In this part, we'll be going over the Wild West. We'll be talking about the cowboys and what they do at work and the 18 hours of work they do that makes them rough and rowdy as you see in movies from 1840 to 1890. This is the Cowboy at Work from Western Expansion section in Story of America cards. A cowboy is an animal herder who tends to cattle on ranches in North America, traditionally on horseback and often perform a multitude of other ranch-related tasks. There is a female cowboy that is called a cowgirl, first defined as such in the late 19th century, and had less well-documented historical role. As the ever particular cowboy adapted to the modern world, his equipment and techniques, also adapted, through many classic traditions are preserved. From 1840 to 1890, you may know in the movies and television, the cowboy is usually pictured as a hero on horseback who spends most of his time rescuing ladies in distress and tracking down cattle rustlers and bank robbers. Though if you have played Red Dead Redemption, do not save that girl who called for help in the random encounter moments. But anyhow, no, and no. Let me tell you, in reality, with cowboys, it ain't no happy endings. Happy endings don't exist anymore, especially in our West films. Everyone knows that. The cowboys in real life of the 1870s and 1880s spent as much as 18 hours a day in the saddle of a horse and rounding up the cattle. During the spring, new calves will be branded, and in the fall, the mature full-grown cattle were rounded up and driven to the north with a dangerous 3-month trek to wellhead towns for shipment in the east. In the winter, the cowboy will often have to ride through blizzards to pick up the sick cows and calves, or having to drive away straying animals to the wide cleared hillsides where they could find grass. At any season, he might also have spent months living alone in an isolated cabin called a line camp, from which he patrolled the ranch's boundaries to keep the owner's cattle from wandering off. Maybe not jumping over moons. For the hard and often dangerous work, a cowboy will earn $25 to $35 a month, plus for his food and a bunk. Cowboys usually single his loyalty was the men who had dressed like him, not the owner. Cowboys were not boys, but young men. He did not attend to the cows and hurdled them from on the back of a 900 IB to a 400K horse. Each cowboy was responsible for the condition of 7 to 10 horses, and if these animals showed any signs of mistreatment, the cowboy would likely be fired. Cowboys also try their hands frequently at breaking wild horses to the saddle, meaning taming them, but it ain't easy. A ride on a violently bucking buckaroo had caused him to bleed from his ears and mouth. With these animals were trained in a cutting horses. A good cutting horse seemed to know which way to steer its rider wanted to go, to cut out from the spare in the hard during the roundups. A night horse, noted for its calmness, sure-footedness, was used for cowboys who kept watch over the herd at night. A rope horse was taught to stop short when its rider roped a steer, then maneuver quickly the rope knot while the rider prepared the animal for branding. More important to the cowboy than a pistol or a rifle were the hat they weared, and the boots, and the saddle too. A good hat with a wide brim shielded him from the dangerous hot sun. Cowboys want high boots made of the best leather to protect his legs. The bandana tied around his neck and helped him to screen the trail of dust from his nostrils. The cowboy's saddle provided a firm seat in the workbench of the ranch, and the cowboy would spend his last dollars. It's also considered a disgrace for a cowboy, even if they have their luck down, to sell the saddle. And those were cowboys at work. Not anything that Hollywood makes it looks like there was, or also something my teacher told me about how cowboys would become violent when drunk, when go to saloons. He also was the one that asked me to make this video on this card. And I hope he enjoyed it. Hi, Mr. Mom. Goodbye, and I hope you enjoyed the video.